Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're looking at something really different. It's a blueprint for a new education and lifestyle system, and it was actually submitted by one of our learners. We're focusing on a project called KAZHIVE. That's KAZHIVE.
Which stands for an International Life Skills Development and Survey Academy.
Exactly. And the name itself, Kazhiv, is from the Malayalam language. It means talent or ability.
And their mission is really direct. It's surveying on structure. Solving with skills, serving its society.
So our goal for this deep dive is to really unpack this thing. It's this incredibly ambitious document.
It really is. KAZHIVE is trying to do something pretty extraordinary. They're merging, ancient Indian wisdom, specifically yoga, with very modern tech. We're talking about AI.
So it's old meets new.
In a big way. We're looking at their roadmap for what they call learning the A to Z of life.
And this all comes from the founder, Mahana Krishnan, MT. He's an ex-serviceman and also a yoga instructor.
Right. And his core belief, really the foundation of all of this, is that if you combine the power of AI with human potential, you can do amazing things.
Especially for people who feel, a bit left behind. It's about using tech for human upliftment, not just corporate profit.
Exactly.
Okay, so let's start with their biggest claim, the philosophical core, they say. Yoga is the A to Z of life.
Mm-hmm.
Now, for most of us, yoga means, stretching, physical postures, maybe some breathing exercises.
Do asanas.
Right. So to understand KAZHIVE, what else are they talking about here? What does yoga provide beyond just flexibility?
Well, that's the key. They treat yoga not as an exercise, but as a complete system for life management. It's the inner foundation for all the other skills they teach.
Okay.
So beyond the physical, it's about building discipline, focus, self-confidence, and maybe most importantly, mental fortitude.
Mental strength.
Yes. They talk about achieving internal freedom, a concept they call swarajam.
Which means?
Freedom from the limits of your own mind and body. But here's the interesting part. They immediately connect that big idea to a really practical outcome.
Which is?
Balance, samatha. They argue that this balance leads to happiness, peace, and even, financial stability.
Because you're managing your energy better.
Precisely. It's self-improvement, but not in a competitive way. It's about building a better life from the inside out.
So it's a systematic approach.
Yeah.
And it sounds like they're pulling from the 4 classical paths of yoga to do this.
They are. And that's foundational to the whole KAZHIVE structure. It makes sure that education isn't just about, reading books. It covers everything.
Action, emotion, knowledge.
All of it. So first you have Bhakti yoga. That's the path of devotion.
Okay.
They translate that into selfless service and unity. It's about building your social energy, your connection to the community.
So that's your relationship with society. What's next?
Next is Karma Yoga, the path of action. This is the engine, really. It's about turning your energy into focused, productive work.
And this is where that idea of burnout comes in, right?
Uh-huh.
It's a very modern problem. How do they tackle that?
Well, that's where the third path comes in, Jnana Raja.
The intellectual path.
Right, the path of knowledge and wisdom. It's what gives you the self-awareness to know when to act and how to act. It stops you from just, spinning your wheels.
Got it. And the fourth.
Finally, there's Raja Yoga. This is the more scientific or royal path. It's the technical side of controlling the mind and body for peak health and longevity.
And the sources say you have to do all 4 at once.
Yes, simultaneously, for a really complete and enriched life.
And this philosophy, it connects directly to their idea of health. I found this line really striking. They say the true physician is the one who teaches prevention, not just treatment.
Absolutely. For them, health is the real wealth. For you, your family, and, society as a whole. And they see it as a state of balance.
The balance of the 5 elements, the Panchabhuta.
Exactly. Earth, water, fire, air, and space. The idea is that health problems start when these elements are out of balance inside you.
So their goal is to teach you how to live a life through diet, your environment, your daily practices that keeps those inner components stable.
Right. Building a resilient generation by focusing on prevention from day one.
Okay, so that's the philosophical bedrock, the why. Let's shift to the how, the actual educational blueprint.
The A to Z of life.
Right. And this is where it gets very practical. We're not talking about A for apple anymore. Here, A stands for action.
And this framework is the entire curriculum. It's a set of 30 principles. We can't go through all of them, but we can hit some of the key ones.
Let's do it.
So A for action is the foundation. Knowledge is useless unless you act on it. Then you have, for instance, D for discipline, self-control, structure, It ties right back to that Raja Yoga path.
So they're not just abstract ideas, they're behavioral rules. What about the letters that show how modern this is?
I think N and V are perfect examples. N is for natural.
Harmony with nature.
Yep. Hands-on stuff like eco-pedagogy, organic farming. It's a core value, not just a science class.
Okay, and V.
V is for virtual. The wise use of technology, especially AI tools. So they're teaching you to be a master of technology, not just a consumer of it.
That's fascinating, putting natural and virtual side by side. It bridges that ancient modern gap perfectly.
It does, and the whole thing is capped off with Z for zeal.
Passion, enthusiasm.
The emotional fuel to keep you going.
Now, beyond those 26 letters, there are 4 more additional life values.
Yes, and they run through everything. There's worship, which means dedication to your work. Then devotion, commitment to your values. Jnana, which is wisdom. And finally, royal, which is about living with dignity.
So it's about using your skills for a noble purpose, not just for personal gain.
That's the idea.
And they have this structured by age, don't they? The curriculum gets more complex as kids get older.
It's highly detailed. For toddlers, ages 2 to 3, it's curiosity labs, learning by seeing and doing.
Simple enough.
Then by ages 7 to 9, it gets more into personal growth, fun stone. The final part is really impressive.
Tell us about that.
At the 10th standard level, so around age 15 or 16, real-world preparation becomes mandatory. Internships, a final project.
A practical project.
A very practical project. It has to combine the skills they've learned, their own self-awareness, and some kind of societal impact. The goal is you graduate as a skilled, self-aware person who knows what they want to do next.
You're trying to eliminate that aimlessness you see so often.
Exactly.
Okay, so we have the ancient wisdom and the modern curriculum. Now, for the really interesting part, how do you actually manage all of this? This is where the AI really comes into play, right?
This is where it gets operational. Their whole system is a 4-stage loop, and AI is the starting point. It's a diagnostic tool.
Okay, so what's stage 1?
Stage 1 is survey through AI. The tech is used to identify struggles in a community.
Struggles like what?
It could be economic problems, social issues, or really common mental health challenges. And just as important, it identifies what skills individuals in that community actually need.
So it's data-driven education tailored to the real world.
And that data then drives the rest of the loop. Applying the right skills, evaluating growth, and then delivering services back to the community. It's meant to be a responsive system.
Let's dig into that survey mechanism, though. How deep does it go? The sources list some very specific questions about mental health.
They do, and this is where the tech and human elements meet. The questions are designed to be a first step toward healing. They're not just, how are you feeling?
No, they're much more direct. Like, do you often say, I can't do it, or do you lack confidence and avoid social gatherings?
That one about avoiding social gatherings, I think that probably hits home for a lot of people these days.
It really does.
So they're using AI to find patterns in how people self-report these common struggles. Things like self-doubt, procrastination, even unexplained anger. The AI is basically the intake specialist.
And it points people toward the right skills from that A-to-Z framework.
Exactly.
But the tech goes even further. This brings us to probably the most innovative and maybe controversial idea in the whole blueprint.
The refreshment button?
The refreshment button. Tell us about this.
Okay, so this is a proposed feature that would be integrated into all software. Phones, computers, everything.
And what does it do? Does it monitor you?
It does. The idea is it would monitor things like your mindfulness, your concentration levels, even look for markers of stress, depression, and anxiety.
How? Like biometric?
The blueprint is a little vague on the exact mechanics, but it seems to be a mix of self-reporting and maybe algorithmic monitoring of how you interact with your device.
Like how fast you're clicking or if you're getting distracted.
Something like that. And then the system provides incentives, like little rewards for staying focused and calm. It's trying to make mental wellness a rewarded daily habit in the digital world.
That is a staggering idea. Taking something as internal as discipline tapas, as they say, and making it externally measurable by software.
It's a huge leap, and it points to a vision that goes way beyond just one academy.
Right. The founder's mission statement is almost unbelievably ambitious.
It is. One nation, one number, one account, one education, one safety, one election, one health.
So this is a blueprint for a global system, really.
It's aimed at uplifting human capability everywhere, starting from the individual and building up.
So to make this vision a reality, they obviously need a solid financial plan.
And they have one. It's a phased rollout, Phase 1 is funded by Director Capital Deposits, a minimum of $5 lakh each.
But how do they plan to keep it going? Is it all based on tuition?
No, and this is clever. The revenue streams are diversified, and they tie back into the philosophy.
For example?
For example, they'll generate revenue from organic nursery sales and from health food restaurants. That reinforces the natural principle.
In the virtual one?
They'll offer specialized skills classes and advanced AI training to corporations and government, so the curriculum itself becomes a source of income.
And the goal is to be self-sustaining.
Within 3 years, that's the plan.
With a project this ambitious, transparency is everything. How do they handle that?
That's another key job for the AI application. All the financial accounts, performance metrics, welfare funds.
Yeah.
It's all visible to members through the app.
Radical transparency.
They're trying. And they have a strict breakdown for how capital is used, 10% for this, 10% for that. It's all built in to try and maintain trust.
So if we pull all of this together for you, the listener, what is the ultimate promise here? What's the end goal of blending this ancient discipline with this future tech?
The ultimate goal is maximizing your life satisfaction while also making a real contribution to society. It's a structured path to feeling fulfilled.
It's about making sure your time, your energy, your effort, that they're all being used in the right way.
In a productive and ethical way, guided by yoga, structured by the A-to-Z skills, and diagnosed by AI.
It has been a true deep dive into an absolutely extraordinary plan. The core idea is this comprehensive framework, these 30 principles, designed to turn wisdom into action.
And the mantra that runs through the whole academy is really the key takeaway here. Mastery of life is not a destination, it is a daily practice.
That idea of daily practice brings us to our final provocative thought for you. KAZHIVE wants to put an AI-driven refreshment button into our software to monitor our stress and focus. So what does it tell you about the future of our work and our mental health when something as deeply personal as discipline, that inner effort that Tapas is meant to be externally measured, rewarded, and managed by technology? Thank you for joining us for this deep dive.